This is Tom, our superintendent, Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. It's a comment highlight day from the board meeting on Monday evening. I want to give you an update first on a couple important dates to be aware of. August 1st and August 2nd is school registration, and that is all located for PK through 12 at the Bellevue Middle School, High School Commons area, like we have in the last several years, and that goes from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. The first evening on August 1st, we will also have a community engagement meeting to discuss information about the proposed Bellevue Elementary building and the upcoming vote on September 11th. We'll also likely be having satellite voting, which I'll talk about some other time on August 22nd at Unpack the Backpack Day. We'll plan on having an Unpack the Backpack Day, excuse me, from noon to 8 on August 22nd, the day before school starts. We usually do that only at night, trying to make it more convenient for people. In addition to that, you'll have a chance to actually cast your vote for the referendum that day. Anyone in the community can, on down the line like that. So you'll have the opportunity to vote that day as well. Excuse me. And once again, the first day of school is August 23rd. That's Thursday, August 23rd is the first day of school. The board approved some resignations. Audrey Rowling as elementary associate, along with Diane Bell as middle school student council sponsor. Diane is moving from the teacher librarian role that she's had for the last several years in the district to the fifth grade position that Lindsay Huffman resigned from about a month ago that way. And we also hired two cheerleading coaches to share the job. They're Elise Marie B. Colors and Megan Fisher. They both actually teach in the Andrew District and will be helping our cheerleading program in the upcoming school year. So it's a great thing that way. At the meeting, I did show a video from the FBLA, and that's actually on Facebook. You can look at that way. And the students were in Baltimore for the national convention, did a great job out there, had a great experience, a great learning experience. Actually, Toby Giesman, our student board representative, said there were over 12,000 students from across the nation who attended and were in Baltimore. We had a facilities update from the Leggett Architect team. They went through a PowerPoint with us. We looked at some different versions of what a new building could look like. A one-story building, two-story right now. We're looking at a two-story building, add some different dynamics to it that way, and cost-effective as well, and energy efficiency as well with that. We also agreed to have some of the land that we purchased surveyed and have a plat for that, topographic survey, geotechnical survey, all those kind of things that we need to do to make sure that it is suitable for a school as part of the purchasing for those 22 acres. We're only doing on the 8 acres that we plan on building the elementary school on. That way, gives you a little bit that way. I also talked a little bit about tax rates, and it's important to look at your taxable value, not your assessed value, when you figure out tax rates. There's a chart that is on the website. You can look at that way, and that's where some discrepancies come up in the amount of tax rate it is. And remember, the petition is for $16 million. The maximum amount, ideally, we will put that out to bid. It'll be less than that way. So, but just so you know, and I encourage anyone to come to that community engagement meeting on Wednesday, August 1st, to find out more information. We'll have another meeting later on, but at that meeting, the architects will be there, a construction person, then Matt Gillespie from Piper Jaffer will be there talking about tax rates. He's kind of viewed as the expert in school tax rates across the state of Iowa, and he was here at a December meeting in 2017 as well, so he will be at that meeting. And then we also just talked briefly about some false information out there about a variety of different things. Some of it dealing with the elementary building, some of it not. Just for one thing, our teachers have been getting average over the last 10 years a 3.25% salary increase. These last 2 years is right around 2%. We do share courses with Marquette Catholic, in case anyone is wondering. We share a variety of things and not just vocational agriculture. In fact, last school year, over 50 course slots were taken by Marquette students, and this school year coming in, there's a request for 40 slots. And industrial tech is an area that we do have problems because it gets full that way. But out of those 40 students this year, 38 of them will have no problem getting into classes whatsoever, and hopefully we can get the industrial tech classes in as well. So that's just a little bit of clarification for some people that way. The renovation of the building, the elementary building, was going to be about a $7 to $8 million. And then some additional space is going to be about $11 to $13 million project, with a new building roughly estimated between 15 and 16 million that way. Maybe you've seen the different diagrams out there, what could happen with the elementary building. I'm going to hold it up here real quick so you can kind of see that. But that's around town also on our website. You can look at that as well. Some different things of renovation of what they can do to the inside of the building to make it into some other uses, from housing, whether it's senior housing, regular housing, daycare, meeting rooms, entrepreneurial business space, a rec center, other ideas that people come up with that way. So that took up the majority of our meeting, and the rest of the stuff here is pretty quick. We had the Iowa Association of School Boards legislative priorities. The board decided to go again with mental health support, special ed funding, school funding policy, and extension of the SAVE, so the Secure and Advanced Vision for Education that way. If you go online, you can see a bunch of these different things on my page, superintendent page under district. Go to superintendent. You'll get to this information here, along with the facilities information, which is also on the front page, but you click to it. We also updated some board policies. I have another board policy to update as well. They're all on the website. Not extremely exciting information that way. We renewed the contract of board secretary, with that being pending meeting. He does a great job of making sure we're following all guidelines we need to follow. Level 1 investigators were approved, being Jeff Raker and Jeanette Hartung Schrader, the 2 building principals. Level 2 investigator being Lynn Schwager from the Bellevue Police Department. Equity coordinators, so co-coordinators for that, Jeanette Hartung Schrader and Jeff Raker. And we also talked about having a joint board meeting with the Andrew Community School District in the upcoming weeks or months that way, to just share how we have been using funds from the Andrew District when they come to our district. And then we'll get together with new teachers on August 16th, the board will. Some other information that way. We did just asphalt the parking lot, most areas of it that way that were asphalt. Some of it was done about 4 years ago. So that's all been asphalted down, paved. Talk about thanking people for coming and being involved in the parade. We were represented, the Bellevue schools are represented by Bellevue Big, the Beyond the Blue group, and CAPS program, along, of course, with the Bellevue Marching Band. We also had a workers' compensation. We're in the top 50% in a good way for workers' compensation for the safety group at Iowa Association of School Boards. And that kind of wrapped up the meeting as a whole. So hope everyone has a good day. If you have questions about anything, including the bond referendum or any other things out there, please let me know. Feel free to either give me an email or call me or stop out and visit, either way. But I hope to see you August 1st in regard to the bond referendum and getting some information out so you know what you're voting for that way. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great weekend. On down the line. Have a good one.